everyone, welcome back to the channel. I got the camera obviously set up inside the GT today. Main reason being because this is where I'm going to be working for a little bit. Try to get the inside of the car looking as good as I can. I'm going to be working on the front end, the dash area, the under dash. Just trying to get it all look as nice as possible. This is the area I'm going to spend most of my time in when I'm obviously driving the car, so I want it to look as good as possible. This is the area that obviously I want it to look nice. The floors, as you can see, I don't know if you can see it in frame or not, it's a bit of a mess in here. I've got all sorts of stuff. I've got filler, tools. I'm going to clear all that out and I'm just going to focus on rubbing everything down all up in the door jambs, whatever on each side, under the dash itself. It's all going to get rubbed down, sandpaper there, cleaned up, and everywhere once I've done that needs filling I'm going to do. I started doing down there, but what I've decided to do is just rub everywhere down first and then go over and do the filler where it needs it and then rub that down. Anywhere it's bare metal is going to get epoxy primer and high build primer, and then the whole thing's going to get painted. This back section I'm not too bothered about, can't really see it, but majority of this is going to get soundproofed and it'll be covered up. The main areas is door section, the heater channels and the dash. I know the dash has a pad over it on this model, so it's not that big of a deal, but if I ever take it off or ever comes off, it's nice to have it all one colour and all painted at the same time, just easier. So I'm going to go ahead, clear all the mess out of here and then start rubbing everything down. That's the plan, let's get to it. Right, so you just quickly see me sanding down the body here. First starting off with 240 grit, wet and dry, and I'll move on to the 400 after that. So it's the next day. My battery died on me yesterday. It was boring anyway, just sanding. It's going to be more of the same today. You can see we've got a bit of a mess going on, so I'm going to have a clean up again. I'm going to reattach this up because it seems to have fallen down. I need that out of the way, I need the glass protected. Could take the glass out I suppose, but I don't really want to. So there we go. My dad shot some primer on real quick yesterday just to protect the bare metal areas. It's pretty good. I can see more where I need to fill and stuff like that. I'm going to raise the front up because we've got the seal running there and I don't want any primer or paint which already in this corner all over that because it'll look a mess. So probably going to raise the front end up a bit, just separate the chassis and the body, and I'm just going to carry on with all of this. See if we can get it looking half decent. Maybe. Okay, that's up out the way now, roughly taped up. I haven't decided yet whether I want to take the glass out. I've had it out a couple of times before, do repairs and whatnot, but I'll see. I'll just mask it up better when it comes to painting. Took the sheet out and give it a little level 1 tidy, quick hoover up. I was going to have all this on display like shown, but I'm putting soundproofing over it. It's going to be too loud and it's took a few hits while I've been working on here. One over there down where you can see the black paint there coming through. That should all be ripped up, to be honest. It's the rocked the bed line and that. The floor got jacked up and this lifted and it all just cracked off. I mean, there's black paint under it, so it should be fine. Epoxy primers and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, it's looking a bit messy in here now. I had the pedal assembly powder coated, and I'm going to take that out now. For reasons, it's already got like the stone chip on it. It's come up in here as well. So I'm going to take all this out, bag it up, try and stop all my costly things getting damaged and need redoing again, which happens quite often along the way. I don't know how familiar everyone is with this. Camera's looking like it's not focusing. Weird. You just got your 2 bolts on this side and 2 on that side, either side of the tunnel, and pretty much slips off. The only issue with this being the clutch cable obviously runs and attaches there. You've got your throttle cable there, accelerator cable, that's no big deal, but the clutch cable is a bit of a pain to reattach. But I'd rather that than throw my money away that I powder coated this on and have to pay for it again, I guess. And then I can see about taking the body bolts out and lifting this front end up a bit, just so I can slip something like between here, so when I come spray all in here I don't have to worry about any overspray. I think that's the best option, and just slip right between the chassis and the body, and that, and just go at it without worrying. That's the best option. After I've done that, I'm going to come up and clean the rest of this glue up off here. Let's add a touch of primer there. So I'm just going to continue on, rub down that bit where the steering column comes with 240, and then everything else is going to get some 400 grit, and then we'll prep for paint. Let me get out of here. So are we looking like a car, anybody? No, not quite yet. I mean, once it's inside it's done, I've got like the seats up over there to worry about, steering column going, and yeah, you've heard me talk about that already a number of times. So I'm just going to carry on with this, and I'll bring you back to we're probably near the end of the day, or I've had enough and stuff like that. So just want to say thanks to everyone for watching and subscribing. Just leave comments, any tips, or if you've done this yourself before in the past, just let me know of anything that you did that might be worth doing myself while I'm at this stage. It's always good to hear how people have gone through this process themselves. Anyway, I'm going to get to it. I'll see you in a bit. I'm sure there's a bunch of videos on this, but whilst I'm here I just thought I'd quickly go through what's involved in a 73 GT Beetle with the assembly. So we have this cover, which I took off, and we have this, if we can see, is that bright enough? We have this plate here. Now I had a little split pin here which came off this, and then this arm should pull off here. There's a rod that runs right through all the way over to the accelerator, but if I pull this you can see, so that moves with that. I'm probably going to need 2 hands to push this off, feels like. Anyway, you pull this arm off here, you can take your throttle cable off, and this plate is just loose there. That'll come off also. You do your 2 bolts on this side, disconnect your master cylinder piston, and just pull the whole thing out. Okay, so we got the jack under the front here. I had to loosen the mounts there just so I could get some space. See that gap through the front Napoleon's hat. That should be enough for me to slip something under and then just drop the car back down onto it, and then should be good to paint on that. I think I might just slide this under the screen sheet and right through. I'll see how that goes. Failing that, I have some more of this paper I'll put through, which might be good, but we'll see. I might do that afterwards because I've still got some rubbing down to do, and I'm using wet and dry, so obviously that'll get wet. So I might just slip that green tap under there for now and continue with the rubbing down. Took all the body bolts out, the pedal assemblies out now. Some people might be like, even I was not really happy about doing that, but there's an issue that I haven't really spoken about that much, and that is with these. They have a stop plate for the is it the brake pedal? I think it's the brake pedal. And so because I replaced the pans on this, you can only get left hand drive pans out. So see that hole there, the threaded hole, that should be on this side for that stop. They don't put it on both sides, so unlike, no, never mind, they don't put it on both sides. So all I did was put a nut and bolt, which has started to corrode already. So I've got some nut sets that I'm going to replace that with while that's out the way. That should be much better. I'm not sure whether they're stainless ones. If they're not, I will get stainless ones. I don't want it rusting out, and that should work fine. Should be a lot neater. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to slip something under excuse me, I'm going to probably slip that tab underneath here. I'll take it outside, let all the dust and everything blow off it, and I'll fix it tight under there, then just drop the body down onto it, and that should work pretty well, rather than it ruffled up. And then, like I said, I can just hover over the top of that, blah blah blah, I'm rattling on. I'm just going to do it. And God, I have to worry about the chassis getting any overspray or anything like that. Maybe he could have done that with the pedals in, but to be, yeah, no, it'd be awkward. So I think this is the way to go. So I'm just gonna get the old sandpaper out and crack on. See where we get. That's gonna do it for me, guys, for this video. I rubbed down everywhere with 240. I did back down in here. Haven't done that side, but everywhere else I've got. Next stage is going to be some body filler, just to straighten up some of the bits where the firewall was welded in, stuff like that, so it's not too obvious and whatnot. So that looks nice in here. This area is all going to be exposed, so I want it to try and look as nice as possible. Yeah, so body filler work next time I'm here. Then we can look at some 400 grit everywhere, then mask off properly and get it painted. While I've been doing that, my dad's been working on this wing. Now, this was a complete write-off. Well, I was going to run it until I could afford to either find a old, new stock, old, original wing. Don't know what I was trying to say. But he was able to do a repair along this bottom edge here, and it's not too bad, to be honest, at all. Well, obviously that body filler there is going to get rubbed off, but it should work and come out pretty good. But anyway, here we are as it stands. I think progress has been made very slowly. Like, it's just, I can't wait to get onto the assemble side of things, to be honest. But each part that I put back on is probably going to need work. So either whether it needs cleaning, painting, yeah, either way. Right, well that's going to do it for this video, everyone. Thanks for watching, and if you made it this far, give the video a thumbs up please, appreciate it, and get more people to see the channel and follow on this journey, I guess. Hopefully one day we'll get there and it'll be done. Right, thanks everyone for watching, see ya.